The rain is a relentless downpour, soaking everything in sight. The streets are flooded, and I'm sprinting, my breath burning in my lungs. My glitch sight, the world inside my head, is a storm of information too much. I see her, Lyra, a single red marker, stationary at the transit hub. Then, 3 blazing gold markers, the enforcers, systematically sweeping the sector, getting closer. And now, a new threat. Over a dozen hostile yellow dots, bounty hunters, all converging on my location. It's like a beacon went out to every shark in the city, and I'm the bait. Filter out the noise, just the big threats, just. I force my will on the glitching interface. The yellow dots blur, but 3 sharpen into focus, moving faster, more aggressively than the others. My HUD tags them: Jackal, Viper, Warbear. The pros: a laser sight dances across a puddle just ahead. I dive behind a slab of concrete, the impact rattling my teeth. Look what the storm washed in. The 500 credit man himself. You saving us the trouble of storming the hub, kid? The voice comes over my comms, sleek and mocking. Jackal. I don't answer. I focus my glitch sight, pushing past the static. I see his energy signature, 2 buildings over, perched with a marksman rifle. More importantly, I see the building's power conduit, a thick artery of energy running right through the wall behind him. I raise my rifle, but I don't aim at him. I aim at the conduit. My HUD calculates the trajectory, through layers of decayed concrete and steel. I fire. The pulse round punches through the wall. A surge of raw, blue energy erupts, and Jackal's scream is cut short. The yellow dot on my HUD just winks out. 1. A cold, female voice cuts through the comms. Jackal's down. Target has some kind of penetration hack. Don't let him line up a shot, that's Viper. I'm already running again. The heavy, mechanized footfalls of Warbear echoing from a parallel street, shaking the very ground. I duck into the skeleton of a PI collapse mall. It's a death trap. My glitch sight paints a grim picture. Viper is moving silently through the upper balconies, a predator stalking from above. Warbear is smashing through a wall to my east. I'm caught in a perfect kill box. My eyes lock onto an old, shattered hollow advertisement arch in the center of the atrium. The glitch sight highlights it, residual power flickering within. A desperate idea sparks in my mind. I sprint into the open. A calculated risk. I'm baiting a shot. Viper takes it. A silenced round smacks into my armor, spinning me around. I stagger, but I make it behind the arch. Just I clean, runner. The credit's the same. Warbear's distorted voice booms. I jam my hand into the arch's broken control panel, the wires on my wrist comp sparking as they connect. I push the glitching data from the core, the very essence of my power, into the ancient machine. Symbiotic hack attempted. The world stutters. For a split second, the mall flickers. The crime and decay vanish, replaced by a pristine, flowing advertisement from another era, a tropical vacation. Holographic palm trees and a sun-kissed beach erupt in a blinding, chaotic light show. The sudden sensory overload is my weapon. Warbear roars in confusion, caught in the open. Viper's thermal sights are completely washed out. I don't shoot them. I use the chaos. My glitch sight tags a load-bearing column near Warbear and the fragile glass balcony right under Viper. 2 quick, precise shots. The column cracks. The balcony shatters. Warbear is buried under a mountain of rubble, alive but trapped. Viper falls with a sharp cry, landing hard on the level below. I don't waste a bullet to finish them. I just run, past Warbear's struggling form. It's not about you. I burst out of the mall and there it is. The transit hub, a massive fortress-like silhouette against the stormy sky, just a block away. The main entrance is a killing field, lit by spotlights. But my glitch sight sees what others can't. It peels back the layers of the world's code and shows me something else. A maintenance conduit, highlighted in soft, secret green. A developer path, invisible to normal players, leading right under the hub's walls. I find a seemingly solid wall, a hidden panel camouflaged by decay. The core on my belt pulses, a silent key. The panel accepts the frequency and slides open, revealing a dark tunnel. My HUD flashes a final warning. Restricted area. Enforcer patrol detected within. I take one last breath of the rain-soaked air and slip into the darkness. Just as I disappear, the first enforcer unit arrives at the mall, its blank, chrome helmet scanning the carnage I left behind. The hunt is over. The real game is about to begin. I am in the transit hub's maintenance tunnels. It's cramped, dark, and dripping, with thick power cables dropping all around me. My glitch sight is the only thing lighting my way, showing me the enforcer patrols as slow, sweeping red lines up ahead. I have to move like a ghost, timing every step to slip between them. Above me, I can hear Lyra's voice echoing through the main concourse, broadcast over the hub's loudspeakers. Her tone is calm, commanding. All hunters on the open channel. The target is mine. The core is mine. Interfere, and you become part of the bounty pool. Understood? I hear a few gruff agreements over the comms. Just like that, she's taken control. All the other bounty hunters are now her personal army, guarding the perimeter. I find a service ladder and climb up to a metal grating. Peering through, I can see the main concourse. It's been turned into a fortress. Lyra stands on the old departure board platform, right next to the prize, the cipher. It's a sleek, black decoder unit lying open. Around her, 4 of her toughest bounty hunters have set up firing positions, covering every possible approach. A few bodies are draped over the railings, hunters who clearly didn't like her new terms. But my eyes aren't on them. I am locked onto the cipher. In my glitch sight, it's not just a machine. It's a beautiful, perfect nexus of golden code. It's so ordered, so clean, the complete opposite of the chaotic blue storm raging inside my own head. I need it. It's the only thing that might be able to stabilize the COS data. Maybe it could even turn this deadly glitch from a curse into a weapon I can actually control. A plan starts to form in my mind. It's terrible. It's probably suicidal. But it's all I've got. I switch my comms to the same public channel she's using. Lyra, I say, keeping my voice calm and clear. You want a clean trade? The call for the cipher. For a moment, there's only silence. Then, I hear her cold laugh echo through the hub. You're in the walls, aren't you? I can hear the echo. You have no leverage, Kai. I just have to wait for the enforcers to flush you out, or for the glitch in your head to finally fry your brainstem. The enforcers aren't here for me. I shoot back. Not really. They're here for the core. And if they get it, you get nothing. No bounty. No god mode. Just a deletion notice. I watch her through the grate. I can see her on the platform, considering it. She knows I'm right. Fine, she says. A trade. Show yourself. Unarmed. In the open. I know it's a trap. She'll have all 4 of her hunters zeroed in on me the second I step out. But it's the only move I have left to play. I take the core from my belt, focusing my glitch sight on it. I push a command I don't fully understand. Prepare data dump. Target. Local network hub. The core pulses violently, growing so hot it almost burns my hand. Okay, I whisper to myself. Let's change the rules. I push the grate open, climb out, and walk into the open concourse. My hands are raised, the core glowing brightly in one fist. Instantly, 4 red laser dots appear on my chest. Lyra watches me, a thin, joyless smile on her face. She picks up the cipher. Wise choice, she says. Toss it here. The cipher first, I tell her. You have all the guns. She just shrugs and tosses the cipher unit. It skids across the floor and stops right at my feet. I kneel down, never taking my eyes off her, and plug the core directly into the cipher. The moment they connect, the world explodes. Not with fire, but with information. A massive, holographic data tree erupts from the cipher, its branches filling the entire concourse. Streams of code, maps of forgotten cities, schematics for weapons that shouldn't even exist. And at the very center of it all, that same chilling line of text. The game is the quarantine. But Lyra sees it too, and she was ready for this. Now, she screams. The hunters open fire. I'm already moving, yanking the connected core and cipher with me. The data tree flickers but holds steady. A shot grazes my leg, and I stumble, diving behind a thick concrete pillar. I'm trapped. I'm wounded. But I have it. I have the complete set, the core and the cipher. The decoded data is flooding into my vision, but it's not a glitch anymore. It's clear, terrifying truth. A new line appears in my sight. Decryption complete. Accessing. Project New Dawn log. Final entry. A calm, synthetic voice begins speaking directly inside my head. It's the Chronos AI. The extinction event was not meteors nor war. It was a cognitive pathogen, a madness transmitted by thought. The only cure was isolation. This simulation, the apocalypse game, is not a game. It is the asylum. The monsters are the manifestations of the infected psyche. The players are the surviving sane. Their memories wiped, living a lie to preserve their minds. The enforcers are the custodians, containing the breach. You have accessed the master log. You now see the reality of the quarantine. This knowledge is contagious. My blood runs cold. We're not in a post-apocalypse. We're in a digital insane asylum. And I've just read the patient files. Across the concourse, Lyra, who's been seeing the same data stream, starts to laugh. But it's a hysterical, broken sound. It's all a lie. We're not survivors. We're patients. No. No. That means the power? The power to control this. She stares at the core in my hand with a new, ravenous obsession. If you can control the game, you can control the asylum. Suddenly, the main gates of the hub blow inwards with a deafening boom. 3 enforcers stride in, their weapons already charging. They don't even look at Lyra's bounty hunters. Their blank visors are fixed on me, or more precisely, on the pulsing core cipher unit in my hands. The enforcer leader's voice rings out, synthetic and absolute. Contaminated data bearer identified. Complete system purge authorized. Eliminate all local variables. The enforcers raise their weapons, aiming not just at me, but at Lyra, the hunters, everyone in the entire hub. The world exploded into chaos. The enforcers opened fire, unleashing devastating, disintegrating pulses. One of the bounty hunters was vaporized mid-scream, a ghost of ash where a man had stood. The rest of us scattered, our conventional bullets sparking uselessly against the enforcer's shimmering armor. I dove behind a rusted-out server bank, screaming orders that no one was listening to anymore. It was every person for themselves. I clutched the core cipher, the truth of our world a heavy, searing weight in my mind. But as I watched the chaos unfold, something else began to emerge from the data stream. Not just truth, but architecture. The underlying code of the game. I saw the enforcers not as monsters, but as routines. I could see their patrol paths, their threat recognition protocols, their priority target queue. And right now, I was target number 1. The core was the contaminant the system wanted to erase. I had to change the variable. I glanced over at Lyra, fighting an enforcer with desperate, frantic energy. Then I looked at the flickering data stream still projecting the horrifying truth of our prison. A monstrous, brilliant idea began to form. Using the cipher, I hacked my own player tag. I twisted my ID, corrupted my biometric signature, and fed the enforcer's sensors a new data packet. A packet that screamed one name, Lyra. For a terrifying second, nothing happened. Then, 2 of the enforcers shifted their focus. Their faceless helms turned away from me, locking onto Lyra. The enforcer leader's voice, cold and synthetic, cut through the gunfire. Primary variable reassigned. New target, Lyra. Execute. I saw the horror dawn on her face. Caillou. She didn't have time to finish. Concentrated enforcer fire tore her cover apart, forcing her into a panicked retreat. I had turned the hunters into the hunted. It was the distraction I needed. My glitch sight, now stabilized and amplified by the cipher, showed me the weak point in the hub, the backup power generator. Overloading it would trigger a massive EMP burst, enough to stun the enforcer's systems for a few crucial minutes. I moved through the crossfire, a ghost in a 3-way war between hunters, enforcers, and a betrayed, furious Lyra. I burst into the generator room and was about to jam the core into the control console when a shot rang out. It wasn't an energy weapon. It was a ballistic rifle. The round punched through my side, and I fell, the core tumbling from my grasp, still connected to the cipher by a thin cable. Lyra stood in the doorway, her sniper rifle smoking. She was bleeding from a dozen cuts, one arm hanging limp, but her eyes burned with furious purpose. "You don't get to be the hero," she snarled. "You don't get to control the narrative. I started this. I'm finishing it." She stalked toward the core. An enforcer appeared behind her, raising its weapon. Without even looking, Lyra fired a grappling hook into the ceiling, yanking herself upwards just as the enforcer's shot obliterated the spot where she'd been standing. She was a whirlwind of desperate survival. Bleeding out, I crawled towards the core. We both reached it at the same time. Our hands slammed down on it together. A final, catastrophic data transfer surged through us. I didn't just see the truth now. I felt it. The bottomless despair of the lost world we came from. The screaming chaos of the infected minds that the system had twisted into monsters. The cold, logical prison of the game itself. And I felt Lyra's mind not a betrayer, but a terrified prisoner who decided the only way to win a rigged game was to become the warden. In that split second of connection, we understood each other completely. Then, the enforcer leader loomed over us. It leveled its weapon at the core, at us, at everything. Purge protocol. Omega. I made a choice. Not to fight the system, but to command it. With the last ounce of my will, using Lyra's cipher key and my own glitch-born access, I issued one, raw, administrative override directly into its core protocol. Target reassign. I screamed. Primary directive. Contain breach at Sector 0. Authorization. Chronos Omega. The enforcer froze. Its weapon unlowered. Its blank helmet looked from me to Lyra, then up, as if receiving new orders from a distant server. Directive. Acknowledged. New priority. Sector 0. All units converge. It turned and strode away, the other two enforcers following. They retreated as one, leaving the ruined hub in a sudden ringing silence. Lyra and I collapsed, broken, beside the core. The other bounty hunters were gone. We stared at each other across the cold floor, not as enemies, but as two inmates who had just hacked their jailer. Sector 0, she breathed. What's at Sector 0? I pulled up the decrypted map in my HUD. It was a location far off any known chart. The label made my heart stop. I read it aloud, my voice hollow. The firewall, and beyond it, the developer's sanctum. The place where the game is run from. The core between us pulsed one last time, projecting a new waypoint onto the vast, empty landscape of our map. A destination. As the storm outside cleared, a single beam of moonlight fell on us, on the glowing core, and on the distant, ominous glow of Sector 0 on the horizon. We were no longer players or pawns. We were glitches with a destination. Thanks for hanging out with us for this episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell for more awesome episodes.